James lunch, we have Utopia. This is Pinot Noir from Ribbon Ridge AVA in Oregon, 2016 vintage Pinot Noir. Stay tuned, I'll tell you more about this one. So to me, I think Oregon is just such a unique, beautiful, wonderful state for Pinot Noir. I would even say that there's just so many differences between, say, California Pinot Noir and Oregon Pinot Noir. It's just such a unique characteristic, and sometimes I've been asked what are the differences. I would say in many ways you have different clonal identities. Yes, there are some that are shared across the board, and there's some that I find pretty much specifically in Oregon. So when you look at Pinot Noir in, say, California and Oregon, it's not California versus Oregon or Oregon versus California. It's just different styles, it's different terroir or regions, it's different climate, it's different clonal identities and different winemaking styles. And so there is a difference that comes out in the glass itself. And so for me, if often I say I really enjoy Pinot Noir from a few areas in California, not every single AVA I'm a huge fan of, but I'm a huge fan of almost every AVA in Oregon for Pinot Noir that produces Pinot Noir. Now, Ribbon Ridge AVA, and I've been there, and it's about 5,000 acres in total. There's about 20 producers. I've tasted about 3 producers from this region. I'll place a map right here. So you're gonna see in the east, north and east is Chehalem Mountains, and west of here, south and southwest, is Yamhill Carlton. And so it's really a bridge point between these two AVAs. And so it's a relatively new one, it's only 15 years old. And I definitely love the fruit from this area, the wines and the imagination that comes from this. I'm gonna be reviewing other wines from Utopia. More Pinot Noir, a Chardonnay, which I love Oregon Chardonnay. There's not enough of it in my opinion. And a Pinot Noir Blanc, which I absolutely adore. And there's very few of that anywhere produced in the world. So it's a great commitment. And I love when producers like this take that extra desire to produce a wine like that. So I think it's just wonderful when producers really take that creative imagination and say they're going to apply a Pinot Noir Blanc. I think it's a lovely style and fantastic. So I look forward to tasting that with you. This is a Pinot passionate producer, and you know, they're really finding that right combination, like, because clones are really identified in terms of, say, maybe scent characterization. So maybe notes of more floral notes, or maybe colorization, or maybe other lingering notes that come through on the palate. So there's different ways of what clones do to wine, probably more affecting wine's characteristic than other clones that you find in, say, Cabernet or Sauvignon Blanc or Cabernet Franc or Merlot. But I think it's really, you know, that's the pivotal point of Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir is exciting because it has a capacity of doing so many different flavor zones, if you will. So you're gonna find a clonal identity of Shea Wadenswil. So often you're going to find Wadenswil in Europe as well as in Oregon, less so in California. In fact, I don't know of any producers who have Shea Wadenswil and very little Wadenswil in general. You're also going to have Pommard 4 and 5, Dijon 115, 667, 777. You have Calera, Swan, and you have Arcus 2 and 3. And so that's a large number of clones on this particular site. And 13.8% ABV, 80% of this is stemmed, and 20% of this is whole cluster, 11 months, and 40% new French oak. So when I think of all these inputs and elements and ways of creating this wine, the vinification, $48 price point I think is quite reasonable for the quality of wine you're getting, and all the inputs and thoughtfulness that comes through is remarkable, both on the scent and the flavor profile. And I think that's a really wonderful thing for this wine here. So on this, notes of dark cherry, dried red rose petals, a bit of evergreen forest, and those, what I love that characterization, I say suede notes. And so beautiful characterization. I like the colorization on this wine. It really is vitreous, and that's a point where I think it's a perfect experience for me, because I know that it's not going to be over extracted in fruit characterization, and it's going to have a harmonious and complex characterization on both the scent and the flavor profile. So next, the palate characterization. The complexity to this wine is fresh red cherries, a bit of sagey and thyme notes, so herbaceous qualities to this wine, espresso note, as well as graphite, so that minerality comes through as well, and a bit of white pepper notes and rose petal. A lot going on in this wine, but I think it's really harmonious, beautiful, gorgeous, wonderful, and it's one to be enjoyed with a celebratory experience, a celebratory wine with your family and friends. And I think this is a really wonderful producer. More information on the producer down below. Questions and comments can be listed there. That's where the like button is, so please hit that button. And also down below is the subscribe button, so please hit that button to see the latest videos that I am producing. You will see more videos on this producer, Utopia. Thank you for watching. Let's stay connected. I'm on a variety of social media such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and WordPress. So let's connect there. And also, I have a new podcast. You'll find that on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Thank you for watching. Let's stay connected. I'll see you in the next video.